100 miles an hour if you get everything on it.
Facing off Harry McCambridge for North Carolina. Here comes Lee Davidson. Hopkins on the break again. Look for the point man. They feed over to Scott. Scott feeds inside. Spitz shoots. And that one wide of the cage, backed up by Willie Odenthal.
That's a shame. Scott had it. And I tell you, Davidson looks really nice on these fast breaks. That is the ideal face-off. You get it out real quick. You don't involve the wingman. You pick it up and go right down the middle for a fast break. Make one pass, and there's your shot.
Except there's no slide in that situation, Leaf. If you don't hit the point man, there's no slide. The two defensemen back on the place can just clamp, and you've got to make that pass to the point man if you want to have any rotation by the defense. 10:39 remaining here in the third quarter. It's North Carolina 6, Johns Hopkins 5. Dressel wants to fire, wide of the cage.
Looks like the new offense is cannons from up top.
Here comes Brian Wood. Brian Wood back out front. Looking for some help, gives it over to Dressel. Dressel looks inside, feeds the crease, they score!
Beautiful shot by Willie Odenthal. Dressel saw the crease in the inside. He saw that opening. It was only a second of an open. And that zone defense, that's an impossible feed to make, but yet Hopkins made it.
One quick step away from the man defending you. You got to turn quickly and shoot. You can't think about it. That's what Odenthal did, and the defenders kind of went to sleep for North Carolina.
Watch Odenthal. He stands in the crease. You see him on your left side of your screen. Now watch. Number 4, Dressel, sees him open. He fires it in there. Dressel knows he only has, or Odenthal knows he only has a half a second to shoot. He wheels right away and drops it in past Timmy Mealy. Tie game again.
10:24 remaining here in the third quarter. Here comes Davidson. No break this time. Davidson goes over to Scott. Scott looks inside for a cutter. He's got Brian Wood, but Wood has to pull out. He's picked up by Tommy Haas.
Hopkins has 2 face-off specialists, and Davidson looks like he's really doing the job. Matthews started, but Davidson's making the difference.
Back out front of Tucker. He can fire from there. He's got a little bit of a hold on him. Doesn't get the shot off. They feed Wood. Wood back out front. Now the crank by Davidson wide of the cage.
What a momentum shift. All of a sudden, Hopkins is getting all those shots they had in the first part of the game.
Now that whistle allows long sticks to come in on defense for North Carolina. Play held up momentarily while both teams substitute. Back out to John Tucker. Tucker feeds the crease again. Odenthal comes open. That time they slide down on him. And the ball picked off nicely by Murray.
Went to the well one time too many.
Here comes Murray. Murray rolls in. They've got a break. They feed across. Martinello scores.
Give Murray all the credit. He set it up. He's got exceptional speed. He came bulleting down the field. Outran all the midfielders for Hopkins, and he found the Martinello on the left wing. And now watch the speed. He comes right down, pulls the whole defense in. Martinello fakes out Quinn, makes him start a step for a second, and drops it underneath his legs. Here it is again. The defender outruns everybody, waits for the defense to slide against him. Now Martinello has it, fakes high, goes low, gets Quinn up, and goes between his legs.
The old
excellent play
tweener.
and great camera work by our home team sports crew.
9:41 remaining in the third quarter. It's North Carolina 7, Johns Hopkins 6.
Carolina goal by number 14, Martinello.
Davidson strolls once again. They've got a break once again.
At 5:19.
Good defensive job by Tommy Haas, but he scores anyway. Davidson with the high bounce ties this game up with 9:33 remaining in the third quarter.
This is lacrosse. It's lacrosse as we're supposed to be able to play it right here. It's transition, it's fast, and it's exciting. Lee Davidson is taking charge in the faceoff. He's a 6-foot junior that somehow has found the combination. Now watch, he comes right down, waits for the defender to slide out. He feels that he's close enough to shoot, and he bounces one past Timmy Mealy.
See it again.
Here's another angle of it. Watch Davidson. He feels he's in close enough that he can shoot. The defense didn't slide, as we talked about earlier, and he bounces that shot past Timmy Mealy, who was looking
back in the goal then. He didn't come out as he usually does and play out to the edge of the crease.
Mealy was expecting the feed, or the pass to go one more stop.
Hermannacher getting a double team, takes it back. He's got Steve Martell to beat. Steve Martell with a good check. The ball picked up nicely by Mac Ford. Nobody backdoor, so Ford's going to have to pull it back out. Over to Martinello. Martinello rolling in. No backup. They'll take it back behind the goal and start over from out front. Martell to Andy Smith.
Well, this is great, isn't it? Both these teams
sensational.
are fantastic. The only reason one of these teams is going to win this game is because the clock's going to stop.
Out on the side to Gary Seibold. Now back out front to Andy Smith. Excuse me, to Steve Martell on midfield with Andy Smith. Martinello cuts off the 2-2. They set up a pick right on one pipe, and they rotate Martinello off of it. Now a little bit of trouble. Martinello tries to roll in. Still no control. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Here comes John DiTomaso. Gary Seibold tries to turn him back.
DiTomaso, he's the most seasoned player back there. He's the best one. Third-team All-American. He came out there, a good charge, got that loose ball, and gave the ball back to Hopkins. Every goal critical with only 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Larry Quinn over to Steve Dubin. Dubin's going to get some heat. They'll give it back to Larry Quinn. They're going to try to shut off Quinn with Martinello. They'll get it up to John DiTomasa. Hopkins with a 3-on-2 here on the near side of the field. They're telling Lee Davidson to cut through the middle and clear out this side. Dubin's open on this side. They can get the ball to him. Instead, Krimenacher's going to try to run it over. He's going to try to outrun Mac Ford. Does so easily. Now he's pinned on the side. Andy Smith goes to check it away. Still no control.
Krimenacher really looks tired.
Goes out of bounds. Possession's going to go over to John Hopkins.
Ooh, a little indecisive on that call. I don't want to second guess him. But I'll tell you right now, I don't quite think that referee knew where the ball came off of. A stick, a foot, or whatever.
Two men blocking his view on that. It kind of trickled between both sets of legs, rolled out of bounds, and the referee made the call. I believe that's the referee from North Carolina, too, Lou.
Krimenacher's coming out the field right now. Boy, he looks winded. Again, very high temperature, and that carpet soaks it up. Really hot down there.
And as usual in Maryland, it turns hot all at once, so you don't have a chance to get accustomed to it. Here comes Chris Schreiber. Back to Wood. Wood will go point behind to Scott. Scott looks inside. Good cut to score.
John Tucker. We talked about Tucker. I'll tell you, I love the guy as a cutter. He's the best cutter in, I think, in Division I play. Every time the ball's off him, he's slashing down off the crease. You give him a little bit of a feed, and he'll take it. Watch the feed come from the far side. He sees Tucker coming down off the crease. There's Tucker right now. A right-handed quick stick. Didn't even hold the ball. Quick stick to right in the goal. Now watch Mealy in the right half of your screen. He's going to jump out. Watch Mealy. The ball comes in. Tucker goes up. Mealy is off out of his position by leaving his feet, which makes it impossible for him to come down and block that low shot.
It's 7:37 remaining here in the third quarter as Davidson comes up with another fast break. They feed the point. Scott's open. And it's either a save or off the pipe. We believe it might have gone off the pipe. Joey Seibold has it. Has a man in front of him, Harry McCambridge. McCambridge coming down the fast break. They're coming in 4-on-3. Needs to find an open man. It's Brent Vogel. They feed across. And no save, no shot. Gary Seibold did not get the ball past Larry Quinn. Good save by Larry Quinn on that one. Talk about transition at the 9-minute mark as we see this play coming up again.
Watch this. Lucky for Hopkins that North Carolina didn't get the clean shot. It was a great play, actually, by 41. That was DiTomasa coming over making the check. Excellent transition fast break play. This is the best in lacrosse, and that's the best in fans right there.
You're just mentioning it. At the 9-minute mark, North Carolina led by 2. Martinello with a backhanded shot and Quinn with a great save. It's now 7:04 remaining here in the third quarter, and Hopkins leads by 1. Almost a bad pass.
Dangerous pass. You don't have to rush to clear. Hopkins can take their time and set it up. Pressure by North Carolina all over the field.
Here comes Tucker. Martell's in his way. Martell's going to turn him back. Tucker looking for a little bit of help. Can't find it. He'll have to reload back to Quinn. Instead, here comes Krimenacher. Krimenacher sort of snuck in there, got open, a little underhanded pass to Brian Wood. No break. Carolina back in the hole. Scott looking inside. They feed Odenthal off the pipe.
Another pipe shot. They've had at least 3 of those pipe shots. Hopkins a little bit snake bitten.
Here comes Kester. Kester pulls out. It's all blue going for the ball. Here comes Andy Smith. Smith throwing in. He'll settle it down. Everybody's going to need to take a little bit of a blow here, I'm sure. They've been up and down the field twice in the last 15 seconds.
Those are key shots. Those pipe shots really hurt you because you make a great play, and for the sake of 2 inches, you don't get the goal.
Brent Vogel back. We're going to see the call here. Hats are flying, and
I think we've got maybe an illegal substitution. We see Ed Studi coming over the side and discussing it with the referee.
We're not quite sure what that's all about. Craig Tillman, the bench official, blew the horn, which means that someone, and they're talking to Hopkins, which means that one of the Hopkins players did not run through the substitution box.
All right, that's what it is. Illegal procedure. We see what Ed Studi's calling.
It's going to be an extra man situation for North Carolina, and that's the kind of thing you really hate to see.
Boy, that hurts.
If you're a coach.
10 seconds ago, Hopkins had the fast break. They hit the pipe, didn't get the goal. And just like that, North Carolina, opportunistic, comes back, gets the penalty in their favor, and now they're going to have an extra man.
It'll be a 30-second penalty against Johns Hopkins. 6:14 remaining in the third quarter. Hopkins leads 8-7. North Carolina coming into this extra man situation is 1 for 4 on the MO. And they'll set up with Ray Crosby on the far side. He'll put it back point behind to Mac Ford. Now crosses me up. Now he goes back to Mac Ford. Over to Brent Vogel. Carolina starting on a 2-3-1 in front of the goal.
You're seeing
Vogel looks back inside. They try to get inside, and it's fanned by Martinello. And a shot off the stick of Larry Quinn. Joey Seibold got rid of that one quickly. They feed back point behind. Ford's going to draw a little bit of pressure. Over to Brent Vogel. Back out to Joey Seibold. They feed across the top. And a shot with a screen. And knocked down before he gets to the cage. Run down by Ray Crosby.
What you're seeing on the extra man is you're seeing the 6 players go against 5 defenders, and now they're even up. The player is back in the game, even up offense.
Here comes Ford. Ford tries to come to the pipe, draws some heat. They feed backside. Vocal doesn't handle. He was wide open, but it's backed up by Crosby. Excuse me, that's Gary Seibold, number 27, not number 17, Ray Crosby. They feed to Vocal. He's open. He shoots, and Quinn has a great save.
Fantastic save by Larry Quinn. His back was turned when that play started. He was
Good
judging.
hit by Crosby. Still controlled by Carolina. It rolls off the stick of Tommy Haas, however, and it's going to go out of bounds and over to Johns Hopkins.
I'll tell you, the heat and the weather is not the only heat. A lot of sideline activity there. These two teams aren't in love with each other. You can imagine they've stolen some championships away from each other over the last 4 years. There's a shot by Quinn's save, knocks it out, and then you see 38 batted away for Hopkins.
See the second angle.
Shots come in. Quinn just coming down with the body, setting with the body, trying to get with the stick first, but the body's always in position secondly. There's Willie Scroggs. Great record down at North Carolina.
Back out front to Glancy. He'll shoot from there. Wide of the cage to the left-hand side of the goalie.
We've seen a lot of shots from out top. It looks like somebody on the staff of Hopkins has said, look, we've got an opening, top of the crease, crank it up and let it go, back it up and keep possession if you miss the cage.
Here comes Brian Wood. Wood coming in against Tommy Haas. Tommy Haas throws a little bit of plastic at him once, twice. Back over to Del Dressel. We're watching for Odenthal down inside. Odenthal not getting open at this point. They're sandwiching him in there. Dressel's clean, and a bounce for the score.
Very nice play by Del Dressel. He went against the grain. He forced the defense to his right hand. He rolled around the opposite way, a reverse roll, and shot left-handed. Watch Dressel. He'll come in right-handed. The defense overplays him. He goes for his left hand now. There's a little bit of a screen against Timmy Mealy on his own players, and Dressel gets that next goal. Watch that, reverse roll. Now he comes in left-handed, skilled right-handed and left-handed. Mealy couldn't see it because of his own players, and just like that, Hopkins is now up by 2, back in command with 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Hopkins goal by number 4, Del Dressel, assisted by
Andy Smith tries to zip it out. That time he controls Davison. Davison is inside for a fast break. Knocked down by North Carolina. And they run for the ball. Dressel comes up with it. Dodges 2 men. Back to Scott. Scott will look backside quickly and put it back out front. And a good save by Mealy as Dressel came loose with the give and go. Tomonaga controls. He'll pull back out.
Hopkins has commanded 6 straight face-offs. Don Zimmerman told me before the game that he thought face-offs was a key.
Ball knocked down on a shot.